Welcome to the soundtrack to my journey. I'm your host, Jen Paris, and this episode is called Learning the Tempo of Life, where we explore the rhythms, the pauses, the grooves that shape our soundtrack and our journey. Again, as most of you know, I'm Jen Paris, and we're stepping into a conversation all about balance, not the kind that you find on a scale, but the kind you feel deep in your soul. Joining me today is our special guest, Carl Hall, realtor with Century 21, whose personal and professional path is in a fast paced industry, and it's taught him the art of adjusting to a tempo. Together, we'll talk about knowing when to slow down, when to speed up, and how to find the perfect rhythm. So, if you guys are ready, I think I'm ready. Carl, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into it.
All right.
So, I want to let you introduce yourself, tell them where you're from, and what exactly you do, and how long you've been doing it.
Well, my name is Carl Hall. I'm originally a Boston native, born and raised. I came to Georgia when I was 12, 13 years old, landed in Marietta, Georgia, went to high school here, made all my friends, and all my adult life has pretty much been in Atlanta, the greater Metro Atlanta area. And I got into real estate. I got my license when I was 25,
Oh,
and
okay.
I really got active during the pandemic, during the
Mhm.
COVID, so
Was that a good time?
it was a great time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, there was so many transactions that were going on, so much that was happening. It was so fast, you know, that was a good time to learn, but you also realize you can't have that same expectation. Things don't move that fast in the market. So talk
Okay.
about rhythm and pace. I had to learn, oh, as a new agent, this isn't the normal speed here, right? We're doing short day due diligence, little 2-day inspections, and trying to do anything we can to beat out the competition. But moving forward, post 2024, we're 2026 now. We're in a more steady, relaxed market. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Things are a little different. So,
Okay. So I wanted to get right into it, if you don't mind. What does learning the tempo of life mean to you professionally and personally?
well, on a micro scale, right? I'm
Okay.
doing things like still trying to time myself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, okay, how can I get faster in the morning getting ready? How can I get right up? What tricks can I do right now that's going to help me get out of the bed right away? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I always want to say that I'm a morning person, but some days I'm just not. So I make sure that that alarm is on the other side of the room. You know what I mean? The temperature's set the right way in the room for me to just get up easier. Got the coffee pot set. I'm doing grown man stuff now. You know what I
Prepping
mean?
for a
Like,
good day, right?
yeah, like you have to. And that's the key word with this. Especially here with this brokerage, it's a little different over here. um, we want to be in by 8 o'clock. So
Okay.
that means, you're up early, you're doing what you need to do, and even trying to hit the gym and do stuff like that, that matters, you know.
Okay. How long have you been with that particular firm?
I've been with Century 21 now for a year and some months.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And I think I've often heard you speak how good you feel with that family bond and learning every day together as a team. Tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So, and that's a big part of this too, right? I came here because I wanted the office environment. I wanted to be around other motivated hustlers, other people that have done this. And, I wanted that tutelage, that mentorship on a different level. And
Okay.
I didn't necessarily know what I was walking into here. You know what I mean? I just saw it was a beautiful office. I saw people walking around. It's like, let me try it out. I just happened to luck up with, a guy like Mike Pruitt, who is our broker now. He's the CEO, the head broker of Century 21 Connect Realty.
Okay.
And in his heyday, he's closed thousands, of homes in a year. So
Mm.
we learn something every day from him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mhm.
So my next question is there a piece of music that reminds you of why you chose real estate in the first place?
Oh, a piece of music that reminds me.
Or when, that sometimes people say, "Oh, I remember exactly what was happening when that song came out." Is there some type of song that kind of makes you feel like, you know what, that kind of pushed me into it and, that makes me feel good. That brings me back.
Um, Honestly, during that time, yeah, it was Check by Young Thug.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I would literally sit there and visualize, y'all done got me a check, I got a check, and I'll
I
sit there
love
like,
that.
it's gonna be my first check. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
That's right. I like that. That's so
Yeah.
funny. So, speaking on that, is there a song that puts you in the right mindset before meeting a new client?
Um, yeah, there are a few of them actually. I know that I like Win. Win is a huge song.
Who is that by?
There's that's Win is by not Jay Electronica. It'll come to me. But Win is one of them. It's like win, 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 win. I can't think of
Oh,
it right now.
I know that song.
Yeah, that'll kind of prime my mind. That's old now.
That's
There's a few of
okay.
them.
I
Yeah, like
still
it's
listen to certain songs that give me that push. So if that's
yeah,
it for you, I get it. I
that one
get
and then Return of the Mac.
it. You're taking me back. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
So, is there a certain type of music that keeps you calm and centered during your, you know, pressure times of negotiations?
Yes, absolutely. Jazz. Jazz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You can
like
home in on
even
me. I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, all the way for sure. But yeah, like jazz helps me with like all my administrative work. Like I don't like
Okay.
to hear lyrics while I'm typing or while I'm reading something. I just want music, you know what I mean? It actually helps me read faster. I'll read slower if I'm hearing music. So
Ah, because you're kind of concentrating on the words.
yeah, I start going in on that. I want to start singing and mouthing that and forgot what I just read or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So I
help me.
often tell people about my podcast and they ask me, what is it about? And I tell them it's generally centered on music and how it carries through life's journeys for every walk of life, different people, different career paths. But when I say that, that gets them to thinking. And they're
Mhm.
like, oh, I never thought about it like that. I said, yeah, you probably don't. I said, there's a song that you play, or when you get ready to get in the shower, sometimes you're like, oh, I wish I had a little shower speaker. You just kind of want to jam and get motivated early in the morning. So that was kind of the reason why I kind of put this together. I wanted people to think about that because we never think about how music carries us through life.
Yeah.
And for me, it's been ongoing every day. I could think of something that happened this morning and I know exactly what song would have pushed me through that. So it's something to think about, and it is one of those things that makes you stop and think for a moment.
Right, right, absolutely.
So if you could describe your real estate style in a genre, a musical
Uh,
genre, what would it be and why?
I would say something along the lines of if my style, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a Sade Smooth Operator. I
I
can't
like
necessarily
that.
say a genre, but I would say that that is the song that I would like to think of when it comes to transactions. You want it to be as smooth as possible. You know what
That's
I mean?
right. That's
Let's don't
right.
minimum waste. Let's get it done as fast as possible. What's the new thing we're doing? You know what I mean? Like that's important.
Right, right. I like that.
Yeah.
Smooth operator. I think that's very fitting for you too. I think that's very fitting.
Thank you.
So, do you use music to set the tone for yourself when preparing for a showing or open house?
Yeah, so for showings and open houses, I'll do an old school playlist for that. Something,
Mm.
you know,
Give me some
mellow.
songs.
Um, I would do maybe a good old school song like Cool in the Gang. So you know what I mean? Or I'll do Summer Breeze.
Oh,
We
I
could
like
do
that.
there's so many options. I mean,
No, I like that.
yeah, I keep that going. I was playing what came on the other day, one of the prospects came in or one of the buyers came in. I think it was a Minnie Riperton song. And
Oh,
she's like, "Oh, what you know about this?" And
that's right. That's
it's
right.
another a point
That
to
was
connect
that
with
was
someone.
kind of right in my early kind of teens. Wow.
Really? See? Like,
Yes.
but that's I made a whole connection with her. I built rapport with her based off of that. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like I was like, okay, we
That's right.
connected.
If you think about it, once again, how music connects us through life's journey. You see what I'm
Yes,
saying? You never
yes.
really think it out until it plays out. That's
Right.
funny. I love that. I love that. So the next question would be, how does music support your personal joy on days when the market feels unpredictable?
Hmm, that's a that's a good one. I like other music too, though. Like it could be some alternative music, it could be whatever, right? So days like that, I might throw that playlist on, some alternative, and
Okay.
you know what I mean, or whatever. It might be some early 2000s punk, or it just
Oh,
depends.
so you have a wide range of music.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I
that's
love
important.
that.
Yeah, that's important.
Now, let me ask you because I spoke to another guest and I was telling them about how my playlist is set up by categories. So I have country, R&B, gospel, jazz. And I was like, nope, I could never. I said, how do you pick the music that you want to play? I said, how
Right.
do you find it? Everybody has their own set of rhythm, like organized chaos.
I organize mine too. I'm like you with that.
Yes,
I can't have it all playing. Like I'm not about to
exactly.
have, you know, whatever. What's his name? Who just came? Not just came out. Destroy Lonely. I'm not about to have an artist like Destroy Lonely and then follow up with Adele. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's
You
throwing
want
me
to
off.
keep it in the same kind of
Right.
category, rhythm, melody, not really melody, but the same mindset. I get
Yeah.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get
So
it. You're actually surprising me with all this music knowledge. So kudos to your old soul. What song or artist inspires you to your work ethic during busy seasons?
mm, during busy seasons,
What
um,
song or artist?
Lil Baby.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Tell me
he
how or why.
well, I see him as a hustler, right?
Okay.
Um, he's a pretty peaceful dude overall. He's a go-getter. You can hear it,
Absolutely.
right? And he seems like he got a good heart. I don't know what they do behind closed doors, but he seems like a genuinely good guy. And I know
Is
like
this
even
little
when
baby, the baby? There's a couple
oh,
of them.
Lil Baby, Lil
Little
Baby.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah, I like his essence. To me, it's just I mean they both who they are, but I just like Lil Baby's essence a little bit more. You know what I mean?
okay.
I feel like he puts a lot more soul on his records. You know what I mean?
Understood. More of a storytelling.
More storytelling, more yeah. It's just there's a certain passion behind it. Like
Yeah, I think a lot of this, and this is not knocking the current artists that are out, but what I miss is the old school rappers that were storytellers. Like
hmm
Slick Rick was a prime example. I could follow each word in the song because I followed the storyline. You
yeah,
know, you know what I'm saying? And
right, right, right,
nowadays, I can barely make out what they're saying, and
right.
I fall in love with the song because of the rhythm and the melody and primarily the music.
Yeah.
But when I think about the vocals or the lyrics, I'm not quite sure what I'm following.
Yeah, because it was so clear back then. You
It
know what
really
I mean?
was.
Like
It really
once
was.
upon a time, not long ago. It's like that's so
You see what I'm
clear.
saying?
Yeah,
Even you know the words. I
yeah,
love that. And that's when I was a teenager. See what
yeah.
I'm saying? I love this. You're a great one. I could talk music with you all day. This is good. This is
Having
good.
fun.
I
Having
got a
fun.
good one for you. If you created a playlist called The Realtor Journey, what would it be and what's the first song on it and why?
Man,
I'm getting you, huh?
that was a good one. Because there's definitely something that's like that you need. I'll say what you call it, the Rocky Balboa theme song.
Oh,
Or I Have a Tiger, one of those, because it's like
in that
it's
field, I would say I agree with you
yes.
100%. That's most fitting for for
Yeah, because
realtors.
yeah,
Yes.
and
You
you don't
stay
always want to
focused.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you don't always want to look at it like it's combative, right? But with real estate, there's two sides, right? You got the buy
Hmm.
side, the sell side. So it's like you are going back and forth. You could look at it like it's tennis. How about that? We don't even have to say boxing, right?
There you
But,
go.
but you got to trade something off every time. If I just come up with this amendment right here, I got to send that off to them. Now it's in their court. They got to do whatever they got to do and send it back. Now we're in
Hmm.
negotiations, right? So I, in my mind, I get a little bit more competitive, a little bit more.
I would say it's definitely a competitive industry for sure.
Yeah, that's not something I go into lax. I can't do jazz during negotiations.
So, I see that.
Yeah.
So, speaking on that in the competitive market, um, in the realtor industry,
Mhm.
we have a Keller Williams, we have Century 21, we have many, Redfin, and
Right.
all of those. How did you know which one to pick and what was best for you? What is it that you were looking for as a realtor and being a successful realtor at that?
Well, I knew that I wanted, well, first off, I didn't know which one. I've
Okay.
tried several different brokerages, right?
Okay.
I've been to Keller Williams. I've been to two different Keller Williams. I've been to Atlanta Communities. Um, uh, been to a small boutique one called Emerald Heights Realty in Ackworth, which I that was one of my favorites. I actually enjoyed. But where I am now, this is it's like a dream come true. You know what I mean? You don't get this type of support, this type of mentorship. At least I haven't, and years leading up to it. You know
So
what I mean?
that's what's important to you,
Yeah,
mentorship and education?
yeah, and yeah, mindset and involvement, right?
Okay.
Like support, being hands on, like that's very important. There's not,
I would
I haven't,
agree. In order for
yeah,
you to be successful, you want to know what their goal is and does it align and match with yours?
correct. And there's a synergy that comes with being in an office, being around people. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
yeah, and clearly we're remembering that after COVID, right? Where it was like first it's like, okay, everybody's remote and work home, then it's all right, hybrid. And that's like, all right, come on back into the office because you generate an energy when you're around people. You know,
Absolutely.
you have,
Absolutely.
you know, two minds together, it's like creating another mind. So, all right, we got 10 other people here. Let's make it happen, you know?
So I'm going to take it back. I know that you said that you would use Smooth Operator by Sade.
Hmm.
Um, Now let's take it exactly to pretty much the name of this podcast, the soundtrack to my journey. If you had a soundtrack to your life, what would that song be and why?
Mm, wow. These are some excellent questions. Dang, I wish I would have saved Smooth Operator. I sure that would have been a good one. That would have been fly.
But think
Um,
about it. I know it's a question and it catches everybody off guard. Everybody's
right.
like, whoa, let me think about that because they're like, there's plenty of songs, but if you think about the vocals, the words, the lyrics specific that match your energy and the way you move in life and, how you've triumphed. So from, being here, starting off and trying the different realtor firms and seeing what best suited you to where you are now, all together, what do you think would be the soundtrack of your life?
Power by Kanye West.
Oh, you got that. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I would
I
say.
received that for you. Absolutely. What did they do?
That's what they're doing. That's a clap.
I don't know which one it
You're
is.
such an old head. I don't know, but yeah, that's lit.
I love that for you. My
Yeah,
goodness. Well, Carl, I truly enjoyed having you. I'm not going to take too much of your time because I'm sure you have some callers waiting to go ahead and get that loan signed, ready to go and purchase their next home. So I want to thank you. But before I let you go, I want to ask you this. How would the listeners be able to find you and support you?
yeah. So with Instagram is going to be closing with Carl, at closing with Carl. You can always go to my website too, hallshomesatl.com if you want to,
Hmm.
learn more about my services and what I can provide when it comes to buying and selling a house or investments. Um, yeah, those are the main channels. Hall's Homes is going to also be my YouTube channel.
I love
And
that.
yeah, and you
I've
can just
seen a
hit me.
few of your commercials or ads, or what would you call those?
Um, the ones that I've been posting lately,
Yes.
um, just just informationals, just informational
I tell
posts.
you, I was just getting ready to say
Yeah,
it's been very informative. So
thank
I could sit there for a good couple of minutes and get just what I needed from you.
thank
So
you.
I think that's a good look for you. Thank you for putting that on to your social media because it makes you stop and listen for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's really I really that's from the heart. You know what I mean? That's for sellers who may have just, they weren't able to sell their home, or they're looking to sell their home, or whatever the case is. People genuinely don't know. So I want to provide as much information as I can, with this platform. That's the goal.
And
And
let me ask you this. I don't want to say that you're only doing this, but is there one concentrated area that you focus on or focus in on for real estate?
Cobb County, and more zoomed in would be Marietta, Georgia.
Well, okay, that's good to know too. So thank you for that. I
Mhm.
meant, are you doing corporate, more residential?
Well, my primary is
Okay,
residential on market as an agent.
okay.
Um, in the past, I've wholesaled property off market, connecting investors and sellers. Um, I just recently closed a commercial deal, my first commercial deal, which I was excited about, which actually landed me my next commercial deal. And yeah, both daycares, which is really cool. You know what I mean?
Congratulations. Did that
Thank
just
you.
recently happen?
Yeah, so we just closed on that one. That was what, a week and a half ago.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Good for
so as
you.
soon as it closed, everything settled, she instantly gave me or gave the next person my information, which I thought was incredible.
Love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Have you ever had repeat customers?
Yes, I have. Actually, my
Oh,
first my first client, Albert Cortez. This is my brother. This is my boy for life. He sold his house, bought a house, then sends me to his grandmother. She wants to buy a house. Then he buys another house. This guy's he's something else.
I love
So
that for you. So you're
yeah,
obviously doing a good job.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I,
I would like to think so.
I would say so for sure.
Thank
And
you.
again, I've watched you from the beginning to current right now today, and it's very rewarding to see you succeed. So I wish you nothing but the best and continued success in your life.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it's
So
such an honor to be on here. I
I
appreciate
I appreciate you,
it.
my first podcast, and
Mhm.
it wasn't going to be right unless I had you. I felt like your services are definitely needed throughout Atlanta, Cobb County, what have you. Even for those that are moving from out of state. And whenever I hear someone saying, I'm moving here or I'm moving out of state into Atlanta, I said, well, I already have two realtors for you, two of the top best realtors I know. So you're definitely one of those that I refer out to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's amazing that Kiki was my mentor for years, mentor and coach for years. That's
hmm
awesome how this all connects. It really is.
Absolutely. And I love that you guys support each other. Even though you guys are at different firms, the support is still there because you guys respect each other's, business. So
Absolutely.
kudos to both of you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're going to end this show. I'm sorry. If there's more information that you would like to get from him, he has provided you with all the information and the necessary tools. So thank you for joining me for this soulful conversation with Carl Hall. Boy, I hope today's episode inspired you to think about the rhythm of your own life and whether it's a slow or steady ballad, an upbeat groove, or something around there beautifully in between. You know what I'm saying. Remember this, your tempo is your set. When you learn to honor it, you create harmony, and not just in work, but in every part of your life. So, again, if this episode resonated with you, please make sure you subscribe, share it with someone who might need a moment of rhythm and reflection, and keep tuning in as we continue exploring the beats that move us. Bye bye now.